Guys, it is April 12th and I've marked my calendar, so that's taken care of. I'm going to be working on the mission inspiration today. I'm going to do a little bit of a fast forward and a little bit of talking, mostly talk at the beginning and then at the end. I don't have a lot to talk about today. Today would have been my dad's birthday if he had not passed away. Well, it is still his birthday, but you know, he's not with me anymore. So I'm just kind of missing him today and not very chatty, I guess. So I'm going to work on this, try to get it done for you guys and get the video up. And then in the next video that I do, hopefully I'll get one more done this week or early next week. I'll give you some news and a little bit of update. Okay, so let's get started on this and we'll see what happens. Let me show you real quick what all the different steps are for this month. 1, adhere any size squares of pattern paper. And I've got little tiny scalloped squares cut out. I used a punch to cut these out, and I just used scrap paper. That one was scrap paper, and these are from the end of a tissue wrap. Like when you buy tissue paper, the piece of paper that wraps the tissue paper together, it had some stuff on the end that says party and I don't know, all kinds of other stuff. So that's what those are. Add a thin coat of paint. I'm gonna go with some purples. I know that's shocking, but I've been trying to use purple a little more lately and it seems to be working out, so we'll see if today goes well. Texture paste with a credit card or a spatula or something. So I've got my light modeling paste out so it dries faster. Add paint or color spritz. I've got my white SEI Tulip fabric spray paint because it's permanent when it dries. So I'm thinking about white. I've got a few other colors I might change over to when I get to this step, but right now I'm planning on white. Add travel ticket ephemera. I've got some travel ticket ephemera that I printed out from a free place where you can get free ephemera. And the name's not on the printout, or I'd tell you who it was. I don't remember. It's saved on my computer, but it doesn't have a name on the paper. Just look for free images in whatever category you're looking for, and you can find all kinds of places. Graphics Fairy is a really good place to go for stuff, but I didn't get those from Graphics Fairy, I'm pretty sure. Make marks using a bubble wrap. I've got a piece of bubble wrap here. It's got dried paint on it, so some of these flecks might come off on this. We don't know. We'll see. Add washi tape fragments. My washi tape is sitting over there. I don't know what colors I want to use yet, so I'm going to wait till I get to this point to pick them out. Add focal quote phrase or journaling. I've got some phrases over there I might use, not sure yet. Add stamped image or ink or paint. I've got a postage stamp, like meter stamp type stamp that I'm going to use for that. And black stays on ink unless I switch to brown. And then create a border or frame around your page. Don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. So let's get started and we'll see how this page turns out. I thought I would sit here while I was processing the video and talk to you through the fast forward spots instead of playing music. And in this clip, I'm just gluing on those squares that I told you he wanted us to add. Any size squares, and I showed you the little scallop squares, so that's what I'm doing here. Here I forgot a couple of them, so I'm gluing those on. And then I'm going to put the layer of paint on, and I took the purple paint, the lighter color that I had out. I don't know the color, I don't have it in front of me, and I watered it down a little bit, and I just did kind of a wash over the page. And then I took a negative space from a stencil that a die cut that I had cut out. And I'm just putting on the light modeling paste and spreading it over the area that I want. And there I'm just spraying the spritz of paint in the white that I have. And now I'm putting on the ephemera tickets. And this is the darker color of purple that I had out, and I just used it to do the bubble wrap markings. Again, I don't have the paint in front of me, so I can't tell you what I used. Now I'm gluing on the washi tape strips in different places. And I'm putting a little glue down because washi tape does not stick very well. So I'm putting a little glue, putting the strip down, and then when I'm through with the whole page, I'll go over it with a sealer, which will help it all stay together. This is where I'm taking the stamp that I showed you in the beginning of the video and just putting on the stamp areas, and it's with the Stays On Black. And here I'm going to put the border around the page. I don't remember what number it was. I don't have the paper in front of me. I'm out in the living room editing the video. We're on the couch, me and Bailey. Bailey's sitting here next to me. Or actually, she's asleep next to me. So, I didn't really like this border. I didn't think I would, but I knew I wasn't going to leave it alone. But he said put a border, so I did. And this is where I'm going to do my own thing and just kind of bring in a little border on the side. I went ahead and filled in all the open space off camera. Now I'm pushing the background, the page into the background with some gesso and a gift card. I didn't like how much everything stood out. It just seemed so busy. So I just took some gesso and I wiped it on the page with the card and pushed it back a little bit. You can still see everything through the gesso. And this is a negative space of one of Tim Holtz's dies. Rain Man or Umbrella Man or whatever, I don't know what he's called, but I use those for stencils, and so I decided to stencil him on. I was going to cut him out of a piece of paper that I had, but the paper blended in too much with the page, so I decided to just go ahead and stencil him on. And now I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw in some loopy flowers on the side. I do wind up erasing the two that I'm drawing right now, the last two, but I come back in and add them again. And then I went over them with my Stabilo All pencil in black so that it'll smear a little bit when I add the paint. And I'm painting in the leafy little loops, the petals, and I'm not painting them all the way in. I'm leaving a lot of opening. Then I'm taking a Pitt pen and I'm going over it after it's dry and doing some outlining, some scribble outlining. And then that's my grease pencil that I come in with sometimes and doing a little smudging. And I'm going to do the same thing to the next two flowers. And I added a little yellow at the bottom for like the little center of the flower. Now I'm just drawing in little raindrops or dewdrops or something that will give the appearance of some rain or dew. I kind of think of it as dew because it's not a lot. It's just coming off those little leaves or petals. I don't know why I call petals leaves. I just do. Not in real life. Only in videos do I talk this way. In real life, I actually can speak quite well. I'm painting them in. I painted them with a little bit of a blue acrylic paint, then some white, kind of a mixture, and then I brought in some golden fluid acrylics to brighten them up a little bit. Again, I don't have the paint colors with me, so I can't tell you what they are. But like I've said before, any color that you like is a good color. Just use what you like. I went back and did the black squiggly lines after those were dry. That's what I was doing. Now I'm going around the raindrops or dewdrops with my white Sharpie pen. I'm doing little dots. Later I come back, I think off camera, and I just fill it in and do a complete circle. And I'm putting the phrase on. That's the focal phrase. Take only memories, leave only footprints. I like that phrase. And now I'm journaling in the umbrella and the guy with a jelly roll pen. And I'm journaling in such a way that I'm writing something, but no one will know what it is. And when I go to read it later, I won't know either. And then I'm outlining the phrase or quote with a Sharpie white pen and drawing it. And then I'm going to go over it with my black Posca pen. And then I'm going to come in with a yellow Posca pen and just put a little dab in there and rub it with my finger just to give the white a little color instead of stark white. Now I'm putting Collage Page all over the page to seal it. And it helps seal down the washi tape and the little squares that weren't completely glued down flat. Some of them were sticking up a little bit. It helps keep them on the page securely. Okay guys, that's it. As usual, I did not go in order, and I did a little extra, and that's because if I don't do the extra, I don't feel like the page is mine. I don't feel like I bond with the page, and I've said that before in other videos. But for those of you who've never seen one of the other videos, that's why. So, and also for those of you who haven't seen, one of the reasons why I don't stay on point here is because first, it's hard for me because I look at this as something that someone else is dictating to me, which is great. I love that. I love these exercises. But like I said, I don't bond with the page if I don't go ahead and do my own thing. So what I do is I use these as a like a springboard. So I would never have created this page if I had not used these prompts that Mike gave us. So I'm really thankful that he does this because it gives me inspiration. And once I get started and start using all these different points that he brings up, and I do everything that he says here. It's just that I do them a little out of order sometimes, or I do them a little differently. Like for example, I did everything in order until we got to the washi tape fragments, I think. And the ticket ephemera, I just used printables off of the internet. I didn't use any ephemera that I had because I don't have anything unpacked, so I couldn't get to it. But then I got to the washi tape fragments and I thought, well, or maybe I went out of order when I got to here. I think I did the ephemera, and then I think I did the washi tape, then I think I did the bubble wrap. I don't remember until I add it, but I know at some point down here is where I went off, and I finished with the stamping. I did a little bit of a border around here, and I did do a complete border, knowing I wasn't going to leave it because I don't like the border that I did first, and I would never have done a border like that if I was going to create an actual border, but I did want to follow his direction, so I did a border. Then I came back in and did this on my own, and then I went back and I added the focal quote, phrase, or journaling, but at some point I came in with this guy, and he's kind of a focal point for journaling because I wrote in him, but you know, see there, that's where it gets iffy. But really, I think the whole point is just to be inspired and to create something, and if I had not done those, I would not have come up with this. And I love this page. I'm very happy with it. It feels like me now that I've done all this here and the scribbling and everything. And these little drops here are not really, they don't really look like water drops because I didn't do a good job at them, first of all. But second, because I wasn't going to do a whole page of rain or dewdrop. It's just supposed to sort of give you the idea that that's dew falling off of whatever these are, or rain or something like that, because of course he's holding an umbrella, and then you'll see that and you'll think, oh, rain. Anyway, I'll give you a quick close-up before I leave you guys, and I plan to put this up soon. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye-bye. Oh, and all Mike's information will be linked below, so you want to go to his website, on Facebook, his Facebook page, to join the group if you want to be involved with the group. You can get the video information down below, and he also has a blog that you can go to, and these are available to print, I think, from his blog, so that you can follow along, you know, with his Mission Inspiration monthly challenges. This was for April. Okay, all right guys, see you later.